Hello, everybody, and welcome to this evening's edition of Let's Talk Autism with Autism and Us. For those of you who don't know me, I am Nita. I am one of the admins of this wonderful establishment,
And I'm Linda. I'm the other admin.
and I am going to share here. So, if you are very new to the Let's Talk Autism sessions, this is open discussion. It's laid back. So, grab your favorite drinks and snacks and your favorite device and get in your comfy spot and let's talk. So, Linda and I are parents just like most of you, and it's all about us supporting one another. So let me see. Oh, they should make this a little easier for us. It used to be I could press the button, but now they make you actually do a whole share here. So how's everything with you today, Linda?
It seems like it's going good. Emily and Steve did the backyard.
Okay.
But yeah, it seems like other than that, I don't know. I guess it's good. What was that?
Sunshine.
Yeah, it's kind of cold, but it is sunshine out. Yeah. How was your day?
Oh, it's cold out there.
Is there snow still out there?
We're supposed to get some more up to 2 inches
Oh my goodness.
tonight. So by tomorrow we'll have some fresh snow, and then it's supposed to warm up.
Nice.
Yeah, it has. This winter has hit hard these last few days, and for everybody across the country, really. Prayers are still going out for Texas.
Definitely.
Hopefully they can, I'm sharing. That's why I'm clicking all this clicking. Hoping they can, get things together sooner than later.
Hey, Damon. What up? A great looking logo. Hey, Alexis, and hey, Rachel. Hey, Sonia. Hey, Lisa. And Rachel says, good, I need to talk to you, girls. And hi, Audrey. Hi, everyone. My name is Audrey. Nice to meet you, Audrey.
Hi, Audrey. Welcome. So once again, if you are brand new to our Let's Talk Autism sessions, what this is open discussion. It's laid back. It's all about us parents helping parents, or if you're on the spectrum yourself, maybe you can share some things with us. But it's just open discussion. We talk about anything, a time for us to socialize. Hey, Jacqueline. How are you? Welcome. Maddie. Hello. I'm going to make sure, and feel free, you guys can share this. If you are viewing this from our main page, feel free to share. I do have a couple of announcements before we get started. And the way this works for those of you who are new, if you have any questions about your loved one, you want to share something, you have a question about autism. Again, Linda and I are parents just like you. If you see a question in the chat, feel free to chime in there. We'll get to questions as they come. And while we are waiting for that to happen, a couple of announcements. We have started an article thing. If you'd like to share an article or write an article to help us with our blog, I put the link in the group. It may be in the announcement section. I'm not sure, but it is on the main page, and I will share that again. If you have a blog, that would be a plus. We can link back to each other. But if you want to write something, sharing your personal experience, matter of fact, I can share that with you guys now while I'm here. I'll put the link in there, and if anyone's interested, for any article that we use, we are giving a $25 gift card and it will be shared on our main page as well as other social media. Of course, there are some terms and conditions. It must be original, and you can't publish it with anyone else for at least a month. But let me see. I have to find, looking for the link here. So if anyone's interested in that, please follow the link that I am posting. Follow the link that I am posting and fill out the information. The other announcement I have is we are trying to put together an online Autism Awareness Month event. As you know, last year we were supposed to do our very first Autism Awareness event, but that didn't go down because of COVID. So this year we're trying to put it together and do it by way of Zoom. So if anyone's interested, we're looking for a few parents who may be interested in sharing their story for about 5 minutes. Again, this is via Zoom. If you want to share your story for about 5 minutes, if there's anyone who's in the profession of ABA therapy, who is proficient in IEPs or something like that, and you'd like to share that type of information with the community, reach out to Linda or myself, and we'll send you more information as we get things together. And again, this will be by Zoom, but it'll be shared on the Facebook platform, and it'll be free for everyone to join in attendance. And of course, you know, us being nonprofit, we will be asking for a little donation from you guys, but you don't have to. It is a free event. So if you're interested in that, just let us know. So I put the link in for the article. If you're interested in writing an article, let us know by putting the information, reading the information there. If you're interested in joining in with us for our art, I'm getting tongue tied because I'm tired. If you're interested in April Awareness Month, doing the Awareness Month event with us, feel free. Reach out to Linda or myself. And now I'm done running my mouth. So, hi, Nakia. Hey, Dinah and Jenna. Hello. How are you guys? And again, if you're brand new, throw your questions in the chat area. If you see a question you can help with, feel free. This is a time for us parents to socialize, to get to know each other, to ask questions, to give suggestions, tips, and advice, and all of that good stuff.
Thanks, Dinah. Dinah says, I'll help. Hold on. Dinah says, I'll help in any way.
Oh, thank you, Dinah.
I can, so count me in. Thanks, Dinah.
Oh, the third announcement for the Social Security. We are looking for maybe one or two more. We do have, Dinah was one of our beautiful parents. But if you are versed on Social Security, if you've been through the process, what is it, IHS
or in-home, yeah,
in-home
support.
Mm-hmm. If you've been through the steps in your state and would like to participate in our panel of discussion to help other parents, please reach out to Linda or myself. We're going to try to put this together within the next week or two and get everybody together. So let us know if you'd be interested in that, because a lot of parents have been asking questions. They have questions about Social Security. They have questions about in-home services. So we want to get a panel like we did with the guardianship. And if you missed that guardianship panel, make sure you check it out. It is located in the group under the announcement section. And Dinah, again, was one of the beautiful ladies on that panel. with some great information we could all use. Hey, Lorienda.
Hey, Lorienda.
Happy to have. Oh, thank you, Jacqueline. Make sure you reach out to us. Contact us. You can contact us by inbox and just put in there that you'd like to help, or you can contact us at support@autismandus.org. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hey, RS. I got
Hey, Steve.
She was getting.
I had to call out to him because Emily started cooking in the microwave. So I had to call him to go check on her. When you were talking, I had to mute myself. It's all good, though.
Okay. Hey, Rachel. Damien's been so bad in school. Oh, they called me to pick him up from school. Oh, no, Damien. Kicking and pick up. Oh, wow. Hopefully things will get better. You think I think there's a certain reason maybe he's acting out, Rachel? I will sure be watching. All right, Michelle. Hey,
Michelle.
Hey, Maddie. I wish this chat was around 20 years ago. Oh, wow. Yeah. I'm assuming, Maddie, your baby is in his or her 20s. You have a girl or or should I say son or daughter? It's been going on for 2 weeks, Rachel. Wow. Hi, Christina, Rosianna. How are you? Hey, Tanya. Hello from South Carolina. Hello there. Tanya. Hey, Denise. He have to have EEG done. Scan. Oh, he's going in for EEG. Okay. Well, hopefully he'll find some way to get him calmed down. Hopefully. We do not know. Don't know. Okay, let me see. Oh, that's
hold on.
Yep, hopefully. So I'm sorry, I was replying to someone. She beat She beat cancer. Oh, awesome. Hello, ABA recommended in Miami-Dade. Is anyone in? That's Florida, I'm assuming. And are you saying you need recommendations for ABA provider in Miami-Dade? Anyone in Florida in the group that can recommend ABA? Hey, Mr. Charles. Rachel Harrington will keep him in my prayers. Yes. But Benadryl.
Hey, Charles.
Take you before he goes. Wait a minute. She said what?
Okay, so, but they gave him Benadryl 12.5%. He had to take before he goes in. We was at the doctor's office. He was showing his I don't want to say that, but he was showing his butt so bad to the doctor came over. So can you keep him down? That's how bad. Oh my goodness. Because normally at the doctor, they won't ask you to keep the kids down, especially because it's a hospital and stuff. Especially if they know there's special needs or something, or they're younger. But yeah. And did he react to the Benadryl? Because 12.5 is 12. If I remember correctly, it's a half of a under 12 years old dose. What was he there for? He was there for the EEG already? Is that what she said, Nita?
He's going for EEG. I think that's what I read.
Oh, okay. I thought he was going. But he was there for something else, huh?
Yeah, he has to get an EEG done.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So Loranda says hi to Charles. And Emily, you okay? I'm sorry.
Little Emily. But he has to take Benadryl before he go have this test done, and they eat. Oh, he's taking. Oh, it's probably to
Okay. Mm-hmm.
probably to relax him for the EEG.
Mm-hmm. Probably, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Rachel's in Florida. Okay.
School has.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me go here. Michelle, I'm sorry. Our school has a plan in place for that. Maybe request a new IEP. Oh, a behavioral plan. Yeah. Maybe a new para or a new student or even a new activity. Yeah. Yeah, they should have some kind of behavioral plan in place. I hopefully they get some information of what's going on with them. Hi, Bridget. Did I say hi to you? Hi.
Hi, Bridget. And Charles. Okay, yes. So, okay, is ABA good? I've been reading from some parents that they wish they never started their child with this service. My son is 10 years old and his name is Zion. Zion.
Well,
I knew I was waiting for you to say it. You didn't say anything, so I was okay. Go ahead.
for us, it has worked wonders. My son, he started late. Well, he had a little bit when he first got diagnosed, and he went through play therapy, and then a couple years ago, he started ABA therapy. So much progress. It's a lot of things now since the pandemic because they've been stuck in the house that we have to work on again. But he has made tremendous progress, and we love our BT. He absolutely adores her. We do in home. So when you have ABA therapy, you can have. Oh, and he also had an ABA classroom. I should mention that too. You can have in school ABA, center base, or at home. And my son does his at home. I'm here. I supervise. If it's something I don't agree with, you know, I can always speak up. But I'm gonna also say this. It may work for some and it may not work for others. So everyone is not the same. But it worked wonders. It's working wonders for us. So he's still continuously getting the therapy. Now, that's just because, like I said, some people it doesn't work for. Like play therapy didn't work. I didn't agree with that. I don't. Yeah, that was just something different.
And for us, it worked out. If it was hit and miss for a while, for different years and different periods in her life. She's 16 now. She started when she was up right about 15 to 16 for about a year. She did really good. She really took to the behavior tech. The behavior tech was awesome. I can say that the ABA therapy itself did work. It's very important though that you get a good match for your child with the tech that's working with your child. Preferably with the people, the caseworker and the caseworker supervisor, but you can't always have that. But the tech is the most important because they'll be interacting with your child the most. And if you don't have that, they don't have a good rapport, or they're not very experienced, or they just don't have a knack for the job, then it may not be as beneficial. So I wouldn't say that that's ABA that's not as beneficial, but the situation has to be it has to be a good relationship between them to be able to be beneficial.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear the little water. That's my daughter. She always does that when I get online. She's making bottles, so you'll hear some water in the background.
Oh.
But yeah, it's very important. It's very important that you have a good relationship. And I know a lot of parents don't feel comfortable with sending their kids off to like the center. If you possibly can do it at home where you can monitor, the situation, and that would probably work out if you are that nervous type parent. Yeah, and it's also very important, like Linda says, the BCBA, she's over the BT. And your relationship with them is important also, because they are the ones that develop the plan.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one you can say, yes, I want to do this, or no, this is not what we are going to try. So that relationship is very important also. And Lorienda gave, oh yeah, Lorienda's in Florida.
Oh, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
I like that picture, Lorienda.
Give me a second. I want to get some coffee real quick.
Okay.
I'll be right back, you guys.
Okay. So Lorienda says, reach out to the Agency Persons of Disability, APD, in Area 11, Miami-Dade. I live in Florida, but in Orlando, Florida agencies are divided up into areas. So I hope that helps. Thank you, Lorienda. Bridget says, thank you. You're welcome. And Jacqueline, Jacqueline, ABA has helped my daughter a lot. She's now 13, and that's from Jacqueline. Michelle said, oh, I don't know what I was doing. I mean, I think I was probably listening to Emily because I knew she was in there watching the movie and eating. Hi, Nita. I'm late. Do you have your coffee? She's getting her coffee now. That's where she is. Hey, Bridget, and welcome to the page, Bridget. Nice to have you. Nice to see you. By any chance, do you have any relatives in Connecticut? This is Charles. And Charles, who are you asking? My son is 7 years old, needed a little help with behavioral issues. Dannon, what is ABA is applied behavioral analysis. It's so you come up with a plan like an IEP, some way, some sort of kind of thing, but you come up with a plan on so how to get certain behaviors or certain success. So they were trying to work with Emily and her address. So what they do is they teach her address, they show her the address, she reads off the address, she starts to memorize the address, so forth and so on. But what they do is they keep strict records, strict data to see what the improvement is, if there's improvement, and to see if it's working, what they're using, what kind of reinforcements they're using, and things like that. So it can go for behaviors, it can go for different things, depends on what your child is working on. And I'm not sure if you already put it here, Bridget, what you're dealing with your son. I don't want you to think I skipped over that. But I know by the time I get to the bottom, I'll be able to see if you did or not. So let us know what's going on, what's specific, if you feel comfortable. Tanya says, right, thanks for the information. You're welcome. I hope it works out for you guys. If you decide to go that route. Understand too, like I said, personalities play a big part. Just like a teacher, you want to make sure the teacher is if the teacher, your child didn't like the teacher, it's going to be a very difficult year. Same thing with ABA. So you want to make sure that there's enough experience. Understand that you can choose different companies sometimes, and if you can't choose different companies, sometimes you can choose different techs and different staff, which we had to do. It was an awesome year. She learned a lot. We did have to replace one of the team because things weren't working out, but it did work out overall. I need support, and I need a support group with helping my son. Okay, I will, thanks. And Maya did wonderful with her ABA therapy. There's another one. Maddie Higgins says her daughter did wonderful. That's good to hear. Dinah says, my two boys, Isaiah and Adam, get ABA therapy in school, and once a week they get behavioral therapy, and it has helped tremendously. That's really good to hear, Dinah. Glad to hear that. I love the success stories.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it like I said with us too, it took some hit and miss years. Some years weren't worth it because there was more anxiety in the cancellation of the text, or the company wasn't run right. So it didn't work out. But I wouldn't say that was ABA. That was the ABA company that was contracted to us. I know things have changed and improved over the years. I think so. From the time, Anita, you can probably say the same thing. From the time you and I entered into therapy and autism and things like that, I think we're like a year apart, maybe.
Yeah.
2 or maybe a year or two. A lot of things have changed. Things are a lot clearer and more precise, and what things to get on board and stuff like that.
Yeah, a lot of paper trails too. So
yes,
and that helps.
And one good thing is, I know when we were coming into it in the 90s, there were a lot of things that they were still trying to figure out. Was this beneficial? Is this not? What do we do? Do we keep this? By the time we got here, we had certain things assigned, and it didn't seem like there were too many things that were changed as far as we don't practice this anymore, or we don't do that anymore. It seems pretty solid from the early 2000s or from mid 2000s. So there's a lot of, like you said, paper trail and time, years and studies that's gone on. These things are still around.
And things will only get better. Improvement.
Exactly. Yeah.
Especially with parents being involved, knowing their children, their child's needs and such. So, yeah.
For sure. And that's the key thing. If you're going to go ABA, you go ABA just like you do with speech therapy, you go with OT. Always be involved, always stay involved, always stay present, always let them know that you will want to know everything that goes on, that you will be a proactive parent. And you get a lot farther that way. You get a lot farther, you get a lot more respect, and I think you get your child ends up with better service.
Definitely, especially if they know you're going to be around.
Exactly. Yep. Denise says, I'm here to inform myself. I have a beautiful nephew. He is autism, and I have 2 daughters, one who is ADHD, and my second one is presenting bipolar signs. It's hard, but we look for info that can help us. Thank you. You're welcome, Denise.
You're welcome.
That's always nice to hear people learning. Yeah, it's as soon as we know something's present, we got to learn all about it, right? So we can be there for our loved ones.
Learn something. It's an ongoing learning process.
Exactly. Yep. Tanya says, I think that what I will do in home services, I also forgot to mention he is nonverbal, and we are doing virtual schooling.
So yeah, we are too. My son is just starting to say words, I'm proud to say. And that was through the help. He had an awesome teacher in elementary as well as his ABA tech. She's been awesome helping him with language skills. So that's another thing I could probably say about ABA, progress with his language.
Yeah, it's funny because people think ABA is a certain specific area, but it's really not. To me, it's the widest area. Like, it's not like OT, it's not like speech therapy. To me, it's more broad because you can, whatever you want your child to learn and work on in life, for life skills, addresses, things around the house, self-care, they work on all of it.
Yeah. Anything you can practically think of. If it's just taking your child outside to go across the street and learn the rules of the road.
Yeah. That's what we did too.
They'll help you with it.
Yeah.
Walk him from each corner, all 4 corners, just to show him, the traffic, the dangers. So, I mean, it's been an absolute blessing. I mean, the home therapy.
Yeah.
I have tried center base. Yeah, he was going center base once a week. Yeah. And she would come pick him up. and take
Oh,
them to.
that's right. That's right. I remember that. Yeah. They would do stranger danger too, whether they show them like the people in the community, police officers, firemen, then they would show them a stranger, they would show family members. So they will work on that. You name it, whatever they'll sit you down with your meeting and ask you, what do you want them to work on?
Yeah.
And then before they've cancel out or say that, okay, they're done with ABA, they will find out if there's anything else you want them to learn.
Yeah.
Yeah. She says, I think that what I will do in-home services, is she talking about, she'll talk about in-home services? Or is she talking about in-home ABA? Because she was the one asking about ABA.
Oh, are you referring to the ABA, Tanya?
Oops. And my granddaughter is getting food therapy at pediatric office. It has helped. She is trying carrots and tomatoes and other foods. That is so good to hear.
Awesome.
That's good. Yeah. And that's another thing ABA works on, food therapy as well. That just reminded me. Hey, Kate.
Hey, Kate.
The only reason how I know that what ABA means is I get services from a county board and they teach ABA therapy for kids. Nice.
Oh, hey, Jessie. Look, Jessie, I got my coffee.
That's what she asked. Yeah, she asked, did you get your coffee? I'm like, Lorianda says, agreed, Linda. Make sure the child and behavior therapists match and work well together. Very important, because they will be right there with your child. Yeah. And they will, they're going to ask your child, they're going to push your child, not push like force, but they're going to encourage your child, to motivate your child. And think about if somebody was motivating you to exercise and you didn't want to exercise. Some days you're just not going to feel like it and you're going to be grumpy and it's sometimes it's like school. Sometimes, if the child doesn't like the teacher's going to act out. I mean, the kid's going to act out when the teacher's asking for work or tasks to be done.
And even when meltdowns, my tech, she has been wonderful. She'll intervene and teach me. She has taught me techniques to, help him to calm down and, keep me from getting stressed out. I even have to take the breathers.
Right. I used to get so stressed. I would hear it and they'd be like, no. And they'd tell me what to do. And I'd be like, oh my goodness, no. But yeah, that's why I say they have to be a certain, like there was one time, like Emily was having a really bad day and she got physical with the tech. The tech was like, no, it's okay, and she just ignored it, went on, and I think Emily might have did it one more time, and she still went on, and I was like, oh my goodness, but because they had that relationship, Emily was so sorry, but Emily also was still willing to work for her after that to do the task and meet the demands, and she knew because she had known Emily for a bit, and they had that kind of relationship where it was part of the therapy. But it's very important to get, because they come in, I think some of them are entry level or most of them are. So you got to really, know why they're there. Are they working because they need a job and that's it? Or
passion is important. If you
exactly
in the kids and are passionate about what you're doing, that's a keeper.
Exactly. Dannon says, okay, ABA of a sort is how I become as functional and capable as I am, being allowed to make mistakes and learn from them, etc. LOL, fell on my face with mistakes a bunch, but I learned till I didn't so much. Yep. And that's the same thing. I was explaining how they record all the data, the progress, and how many times, like how many repeat times. If we asked her 10 times to do this, 8 out of 10 times she did it, how they keep all the statistics. And it's basically that. It's about getting better and to see if their method of teaching them a task is beneficial or not. Maddie says, the best thing to know the best thing is to know your child's strengths and weaknesses,
Mhm.
for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Without a doubt. Yes.
Hmm.
Yes. Good. Yeah. And and
Most of us are, though.
I was gonna say that's why we're here, right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's the starting point.
Hmm.
I mean, that's like the proving point. And that's good to hear. Oh, so Bridget, she said that he was a virtual learner. Is she not here now? Mm.
Oh, she said yes. Home ABA. Okay.
Oh, okay. In home ABA. Okay.
I would definitely suggest that,
Mhm,
especially for someone who may be a little, nervous about it, or,
mhm,
you heard things about it.
mhm,
That way you're at home, you control the environment of where they
mhm,
are. Now I've gotten comfortable where they have a spot in the basement where she does a lot of his therapy sessions, or
mhm.
a little socialization or game.
Yeah.
What,
Mhm.
but yeah,
Yeah. And
definitely.
that is something where you can be in your house, and you most likely, there's some parts that you do take part in, but there's most of it is more for the tech and your child. And then but you can hear them throughout the house, and it could be hard for you because like I said, I want to jump in and be like, Emily, stop doing that,
You have to learn not to do that.
you have to learn not to,
Learn,
but you do get to continue to hear it and see what's going on and how they talk with your child and how your child talks with them. So it is really good to be right there in your house.
hmm
And tomatoes are just about the only food that I've not learned to like. You know what? The only food I think I really didn't like was red bell peppers, but I started making myself eat them. Yeah,
Red bells, they're sweet. They're a little sweet. I
yeah.
like
They
them in like
taste they
sauces.
taste bitter to me.
Really? I
Yeah,
love
they have like a bitter taste. Yeah, but I've been forcing myself. I said, okay, I'm gonna, because it's in too many things. So I was like, okay, I'll try.
Okay, so COVID has totally put my son 20 steps back, and there is zero address from the government that they are even thinking about them. It's so hard to stay. Oh, I'm sorry, Courtney. Yeah, COVID has COVID has put a lot of stress and strain on everybody. It's just been one of those years, but
Mhm.
hopefully soon we will be past this and we can get back to life and our babies back to everyday life.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely, Denise. Everyday learning has definitely been, yeah, from beginning to end. You are right. Sip of coffee.
Because too, I don't know, Tanya, if you have other kids, but it's like how Nina and I have. We have three kids before we had our one that's on the spectrum, and so after the first one, you learn some more things with the second one, but you've carried a lot over, and then for the third, you've carried more over. But then comes the fourth with on the spectrum with autism, and you're in it. It's almost like getting in a car and like, hey, we're on this ride, and you stay on that ride with them. You gotta learn
Up,
and pick up everything. Hmm.
the good,
Yep.
the bad, and the
Yeah.
ugly.
Right. I don't know how many times. Oh, how many times? Like I said, I heard you say it too. Bring you to tears sometimes.
Yeah.
With the meltdowns and the how difficult things can be.
My room many a nights and and
Yeah.
cried, and
Hmm.
good, and especially when he has meltdowns and you don't know. You have to walk
Hmm. Yeah.
for your
Yeah.
own to sanity at that
Yeah.
moment. You have to
Really. Yeah.
walk
Yep.
out, you know.
Hmm.
Okay, let him do what he's gonna do.
Yeah.
He's gonna come back and try again.
Hmm. I think some of the hardest meltdowns are in the car. If I mean the
Oh,
hardest time, because you can't get away. You're driving. Like, okay, we escaped to the car. Now we're driving, but you can't go off and like, okay, they're in their room, and now I'm over here. You got to wait till you get home, and Like I said, I remember one time I was driving and I was just bawling. I was just in tears, and Steve was still dealing with Emily and reassuring her and stuff. And oh my goodness, At home, I can just go in the room or go in the bathroom,
Yeah.
do my normal cry.
Yeah.
But I didn't want her
You
to see
room
me.
and close the door. And
Yeah, exactly. Juliet says, high school had behavior therapy 1 year ago. Now my son stayed at my home for school learning online without behavior therapy because it was COVID-19. He was very mature, looked like his dad. He was 20 years old. He improved, calm a little better. Yeah, a lot of the therapies I've seen that were built into the IEPs was almost the biggest thing missing, because educational wise they still had it on, virtual learning, but they didn't have the therapies. The therapies couldn't still be in, like usually we have no idea why, but the second half of Emily's school year, usually from February, March to the end of the year, will be really rough with her meltdowns, and I see it picking up. But normally what they do is they have behavior come in and try to teach them to readjust some of their tactics and things like that, but we don't have that this year.
Yeah.
Because she's here.
And my baby missed his first year of high school.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Emily had this one teacher. So there's two teachers in the high school. One is for 9th grade and 10th grade, and one is for 11th grade and 12th grade. 11th grade and 12th grade. Oh my goodness. We were already afraid, like, oh no, we don't know if Emily's going to be ready, But now she missed the whole second year with the first teacher that was, more her level. She's missed her at home. So she'll probably go back to the next teacher, which is scary. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
They're the class that wants to get them into the workforce and things like that. And they have them working at certain stores.
Lorienda's taking off. If you're still here, night, Lorienda.
Night, Lorienda. That are my yummy. Peas are gross. Peas are gross. You love peas, don't you?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What did you say? Yeah, I like peas too. You eat them with rice? Yeah, that's what I thought you said.
Yes.
Yeah, I like peas too. I don't know why a lot of people don't. But you can have them. Sometimes the frozen ones will dry out. So I do agree. Sometimes they can dry out, but I love me some peas. I do. I don't eat them because nobody else in our house likes them except for maybe my older daughter.
There's Mr. Charles. Wait a minute. I'm going to pronounce this. Good. Not. Wait a minute. Not.
Yeah, I think goot. You got goot.
Good. Good night, right? I got that one, right?
Right. Yeah, I think so. They are, I cannot spell tonight. They are yummy. I think she's talking about tomatoes. I understand, because I definitely hate when he has meltdowns. Oh my goodness. They literally will have my nerves like just frazzled. Like it takes a good probably 3 hours for me to get back to my normal, like I'm not scared, I'm not frantic, it's just crazy. It's just what our child being out of sorts could do to us.
Yeah. Denise says, even though this pandemic has turned everything upside down, I'm grateful for the teachers over remote learning. When my daughter doesn't understand something or need more time, they provide her. Yes, I have to. We do have to give praise to our teachers. They have been wonderful. I know they are going through their own things, especially now. We have parents that are pushing to get back into buildings, and then you have teachers, they're worried about their own safety and their families. So, but they have done, I will say, given the circumstances, they have done a great job with this virtual learning. So big ups to all.
I agree.
We do appreciate them. We do. Yes, we are definitely trying to. I think I'm gonna have to.
Are you working on that one?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do this. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so a lot more since the pandemic, a lot more meltdowns. I was seeing over the weekend they had on Autism Speaks, they put out a lot of articles. If you just Google autism schedule changes pandemic, if you put those 4 words in there, it'll there's tons of articles about the autism community and how it's affected them, and all the changes, the big changes for them. Because if you think about it too, they're schedule oriented, they're very structured schedules, and they have a hard time, straying from that. And this has been a long time strayed from that.
Yes.
And school had its routine of its own, where you go to school, but you didn't just do one thing. You didn't just go to school. You did tons of different things at school on a schedule. Then you came home and you had your home schedule. Now it's only home schedule. So it's a lot different. For sure. Yeah. And those meltdowns are proving it. I mean, yeah, I hate to say it, but we're right there with you. And hopefully, it won't be much longer. Things can get a little bit back to normal. Yeah, a pandemic has made it all crazy. Yeah, for sure, Michelle. Dinah says, Nathaniel is driving me crazy these days with him obsessing with so many things lately. I can't keep up, LOL. That is a stressful thing when they obsess over something. Because like I said, like you got in a car with your child that's on the spectrum, and you're in there, you're in it for the long haul. And when they have these obsessions, you literally live through those obsessions. Whether it's whatever it is, words, items, TV shows, movies. How many of us can say how many times we've heard a movie or a song? I know that when Emily picks up a song or a movie, and if it's from me, I won't like it much longer because I will have heard it so many more times. So it's we go through, like, it's hard for me to go through the McDonald's drive-thru because it felt like I've done it so many times. But, our kids do have obsessions. We live with them. And hopefully it's just one of these things, that it comes in waves. Maybe it's more frantic sometimes and then it calms down. Hopefully. I hope things get better, Dinah. Catherine says, I don't eat tomatoes, onions, Brussels, etc. Only veggies I like is broccoli, corn, peas, and carrots.
I love all of that you just named.
And right here. I sometimes use red bell peppers to substitute for tomatoes in recipes that call for them. That is the roasted red peppers that come in a jar, and then the I think it's the roasted tomatoes too. They come in the oil in the jar. Those two taste similar to me. I can tell the difference, but they do taste similar. You were talking about that, right, Nita?
Wait 1 second. I got to make sure.
Okay.
I took care of this.
Okay. You're talking about the thing I've seen too, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Maya has a young sister, Michelle. Michelle is very protective of Maya. Oh, that's cute. How old are they? So there's Michelle and Maya, but Michelle's younger. How far apart are they, and what are their ages? That's nice. I eat fruits, but I don't eat vegetables. Going to have to charge my phone. Good night. Thank you. Lots of love. Good night, Lisa.
Good night, Lisa.
I think onions give people a lot of gas, but that's just my personal opinion. I mean, my personal onion. Did you see what he said?
I think onions give people a lot of that. Oh my goodness, Mr. Charles.
Because I was like, wait, that didn't say opinion.
Girl.
My major thing is chicken lately. I only want to eat chicken with tots and chicken nuggets and tots and Thai pad see ew. It's noodles with carrots, broccoli, eggs. I think she means seaweed right there. It's oh no, I don't know, maybe not. Um, uh, you know, and I used to always do this too. I used to go through phases where I just wanted to eat one thing, just one thing. And just one time I drank lemonade for so long, like 3.5 weeks, and it wore through my stomach where I just kept throwing up just because it was such high citric acid in it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I made myself sick, but I would always stick to the same foods or the same snacks or whatever. And oh my goodness, I try to stay well-rounded now. Good night, Michelle. Or is she talking? Yeah, I think she's talking to us, right? Oh no, maybe she's talking to Lisa. Tanya says I was just crying last night. Yeah, I can definitely feel for you. Oh my goodness. Just talking about this too, and I seen when you were talking about Anita, when you were talking about his meltdowns and how you can get frantic and you know want to cry, I could see like your body really reacting to that. Like I feel like my anxiety went up talking about it. I hope it gets better, Tanya. And you ever need to talk, you can inbox me or Nita. You know, one of us, you know, usually will be able to. If Nita's not available, you know, I'll try to send some support your way. It's definitely hard. The group page, also people have lots of support there, but oh my goodness, definitely.
Okay, I have added.
Hey, Charles.
I have added the link in the chat area, and because it's almost that time, so feel free if you'd like to join us in the room. You are welcome. Just click on that link and come on in. Come on in and say hi for the last few minutes, or give us any last words you may have.
Hi, Anita and Linda. How are you all doing?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Hi.
You all right?
Sage, if you let me in.
Hey, Kate.
Hey.
Yeah. I had a question for one of the ladies who's participating tonight. For Tonya Ina Bennett, because that's not a common last name, and I know somebody with that last name. That's why I was asking if you had any relatives in Connecticut.
Who was that? Is that Tanya?
Tonya Ina Bennett. Yeah. Wonder if she has any family in Connecticut.
Oh, okay. How you pronounce that? Bennett?
Hello, I'm here. I am here.
Okay, let's see. So again, I have put the link in the chat for our last few minutes. If you like to come on in the room with us and say hello, any last words, you are welcome. Just to recap, Dannon should be coming on in a minute so he can show off some of those beautiful t-shirts. And there he is. Hey, Dannon. Well, let's see. He's going round and round and round. She says, no, she doesn't. You see that, Mr. Charles?
Yeah. I didn't see it, but okay. Now yeah. Okay, I was just wondering, because it's not a very common last name, and that's why I was wondering. Somebody with the same name spelled the same way, I wonder. Just like my name is an unusual one. Okay, I was just wondering,
feedback.
Because it's not a very common last name, and that's why I was wondering.
Dannon, we're getting feedback. Okay.
Yeah, it's Dannon. It's his, but I muted him. I don't know if it will still be there.
Okay, so we're gonna give. We're gonna give. We're gonna give Dannon. We're gonna give Dannon a second to, oh, 1 second. You ready? Are you ready, Danny? He's saying 1 second. He's going to show the shirts. We're going to get some of our merch. He's going to do some of our merch. Isn't that what they call it now? The merch.
There you go.
There it is. Isn't that awesome?
Nice.
That's awesome. So, yeah, I really like that, Dannon.
I don't know what color shirts you guys are going to choose, but this is just one I had laying around.
Yeah. So that is that we're gonna be looking to Dannon to do our merch real soon. He also has stand up again, Dannon. Dannon, stand up. Okay, so you guys, he also has enhanced our logo. So you see the globe and the colors look really, really rich now. So we really appreciate that. So I know when we get the shirts in person, they're gonna look absolutely wonderful. And I hope you guys support us. I hope you guys support us by purchasing one of our shirts. Thank you, Dannon. That looks awesome. Do you have any other shirts you want to show? You have any shirts? You don't want to show anything?
I'm still being finicky with them. It's kind of not quite what I don't know. Okay. You know how when you want it just right, so it's
Okay.
A little more tweaking.
Maybe next time. Okay, you guys. Mr. Charles. Oh, Mr. Charles says he's going to do an article for us, so we are looking forward to that. Linda.
Yeah, and I also would like to do a Focus Live, maybe sometime around late March or early April. On my experiences in transitioning to adulthood. Long time ago now. 74 years old, so it was a long time ago, but still, maybe take it from my last year or two of high school through the birth of my daughter.
Oh yeah, that would be great, Mr. Charles. That would be awesome.
I don't know. I'm 48. I'm still transitioning to adulthood. I don't
know. Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you, guys. Yeah, isn't that awesome? I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Love it. Absolutely, yes. Yep. One of my tattoos are color. Okay, awesome. Nice. Yeah. Keeps knocking me off. Oh, it keeps knocking you off, Kate. Must be maybe an internet connection. You too, Kate. Adulthood is up. Yes, it is, isn't it, Michelle?
It is, really.
I don't think so. I don't think so at all.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know about y'all. I'm still a Toys R Us kid, so. That's a C card that I have sitting on my desk.
So I want to thank you all. We're going to do this again, same time, same place, next Sunday. We may do the YouTube thing next Sunday for our once a month. We're trying to get the Social Security thing together. So if you're interested, once again, if you're interested in being a part of the Social Security panel, which will be parents sharing information on the Social Security process, federal, state laws. If you've been through that process and you'd like to come on with us and share the information with other parents, reach out to Linda or I. We would appreciate it. If you missed our one, it's in the group. under the announcements section. I suggest you all check that out. Great information if you have an adult on the spectrum or one that's coming into adulthood. That guardianship power of attorney information is good to know and have right at your fingertips. If you need any help with that information, the ladies have so graciously volunteered to help anyone who reaches out to them. So make sure you guys check that out. But we are trying to get the Social Security one together between this week, the next week and the week after, one of those weeks. And if you'd like to be a part, make sure you guys join us. So Mr. Charles, any last words before we turn off?
I'm not really thinking of anything, that discussion about tomatoes and everything, but I see so many kids, many parents here in the group saying, talking about their kids being fussy eaters. I was a very fussy eater as a boy. I mean, one thing to say, and I posted this earlier this week, in fact, is, the more different foods you can expose your child to, the better chance there will be at least some variety of foods that your child's going to like.
Right.
And you make chicken McNuggets is too frequent an item that can become your child's only food. Versus you vary the foods, there's a better chance that there's going to be some different foods that your child's going to like, because that's the thing I found growing up. Of course, since growing up, my teenage years on, really, I would say my food tastes have branched out. I've tried even things I never had as a child. I tried, learned to like some things I never had as a child, and really branched out. A few years back, actually now it's about 15 years now it's been, but my mom was rather horrified when I informed her that I had tried chitlins and I liked them.
That's one thing that's surprising.
You lost Nita. Oh, sorry. What was that, Dannon?
That's one thing that surprised the heck out of me with my daughter, because I would have her try different stuff and whatnot, and she'd come back from like friends' houses and she found out she likes shrimp. I despise seafood, so I never even thought to have her try it, but she absolutely loves it. And the I actually used to use those and collard greens as a threat, literally. Like she'd get instead of like when we were kids, they'd get castor oil. Yeah, I would have her if she I think it was swearing or whatever. I would have her eat collard greens, and she hated every single bite, and she wouldn't swear.
Well, I was given shrimp growing up, but I was always given a shrimp cocktail. And so, but then I learned about fried shrimp one time. My mom and I went to a diner in the town where we lived, and she treated me to a lunch of this basket of 21 shrimp, and they were fried shrimp. First time I ever had fried shrimp, and since then I've learned all kinds of different things you can do with shrimp, and I've done all kinds of things with shrimp. And so, just learning all the different things you can do with the food. But that was one of the foods I always liked. So.
Oh yeah, it's amazing what you can do with food. It's almost an artistry. It's like what was it? I used to work for Goya, the Spanish food company, whatever. Well, they're based out of Angola, and the plant manager, like highest up, he once in a while he'd get an itch to cook, and he had a grill out on the patio. He grilled up some oysters. I cringed the first bite because the one guy just, come on, you gotta try it. and I just, but what was it? I think it was like hot butter or whatever. It was like the most divine thing I'd ever eaten. I just never had them that way. And it's amazing the difference.
Now, Jess says that I eat chitterlings as a kid. No. I
could tell that.
In the South. My grandmother never ate chitterlings, and she lived in the South all her life. You know, no. Now, my sister. Now, my mother doesn't eat them. You know, my sister, my dad, we don't eat those things. She got married, and her husband at the time, he ate chitterlings. So she learned to love them.
Oh my goodness.
I never could. I just can't get, well, we won't talk about it.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's almost dinner time here.
So the answer to your question, Jesse, is no. I have
the reaction when I mentioned them.
We are past time. I want to thank you all. I appreciate you. See you guys.
Thank you.
Reach out to us if you want to write an article. The link is in there. Let us know. Appreciate you, and we will see you next week. Right.
See you next week. And Tanya, I hope things get better for you.
Yes, me too.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Good night.
Good night.